having this engagement today is because of the recent spat. We all spoke about this earlier, how the killing of LGBTI people isn't a new phenomenon, but recently it has been concentrated and it's been happening at a much higher rate. And one of the interesting things to note about that is that these people are kind of far apart. It's not just concentrated on one part of the country. So it's not a conspiracy, it's not a group, but there's clearly something that is common amongst these people, even though they are so far apart. And I want us to discuss what are these things that are so wrong with us that we clearly have in common.
What brings us here today is that today is, it used to be called Ida Hot, which is International Day Against Homophobia, and then it became Homophobia and Transphobia, and now it's called Ida Hobbit because it's now incorporated bisexual people as well. So it's International Day Against Homophobia, Transphobia, and Biphobia, and it's a day where members of the LGBTI community basically come together and, like we've been doing here, speak about the horrific experiences that we've had. And recently, from the 12th of February 2021 up until now, there's been 10 murders specifically targeting members of the LGBTI community, gay and lesbian individuals who have not only been murdered but murdered in a very brutal manner.
It is not sending it to just that individual, it's sending it to the entire community.
Wow.
It's sending a message of we are going to perpetuate such violence on your body, on who you are. We're going to desecrate you, we are going to erase you in a way that it sends a message.
What I'm seeing is the killings have a stronger message to the community, to the self-censoring. The way you spoke about how when you get into a taxi, you change from "oh my gosh" to "after what." You change your voice, and that's the sort of messed up part about it. That the law isn't the one sending the message; it's the criminals sending the message to.
The discrimination among the community, I think discrimination is everywhere. You look at your heterosexual communities also, there's discrimination between other people. So also within our community as LGBTI people, there is that, and it's something that is also influenced by other discriminations that we get to come across. Because now for example, you'd find someone saying, I don't want to associate myself with this type of gays, or this type of lesbians, or this type of trans people. And that is simply because we also want to fit into someone's cycle, and that cycle does not allow certain people to be there. So I guess it's something that we definitely need to sit and have a very honest conversation as a community, and we will definitely get to a point.
Just because he is chilling with the gays, how these boys will say it makes him a twin plug. And I was like, what is this twin plug? Also goes back to the terms that we can be using now. And I'm like, so, and that person, I don't want to say that person has influence, but that person has in his corner influence, and he's a very homophobic somebody. And I'm saying, how many people can he influence to think like that? So I think also that needs to change.
The Thami Dish Foundation is an organization that advocates for the rights of the LGBTI community, mostly by identifying the problems of LGBTI individuals within rural areas and what we used to call previously disadvantaged areas, such as your peri-urban areas and townships. And what we do is we go into those areas and we find out what are the specific problems of the LGBTI community in those different geographic locations, because what we've learned is that the problems are not umbrella. The gays and the lesbians in KwaMashu do not necessarily have the same problems as the gays and lesbians in Chawela.
So thank you to everyone for coming and taking part in today. We want to say happy Ida Hot, but that's almost contradictory. That's a lie. It's more a commemoration than a celebration, and also just an opportunity to take a moment and observe. And also reflect, which is what we've been doing for the last 2 hours, and you guys have been great and so insightful, and even you in the audience have been fantastic. Thank you to the Thami Dish Foundation and the Feather Awards for hosting this first dialogue, the first of many, and dialogues are not obsolete.